Thanks, Joseph. So we'd like to look at the core challenge of humanity, and that human beings are a threefold structure made of thinking, feeling, and action. Most conflict stems from an internal imbalance, where one or other of these three dominate the others. We have the thinking type of person who is based on rational ideas and who are driven by the need for logic or proof, and they're often disconnected from their heart, from their feelings. You have the emotional or the feeling type, who are governed by reactions and reactive emotions rather than by a refined spiritual feeling. And you have the action type, which the action person reacts impulsively before thinking or feeling, often as a physical manifestation of one's own inner state. And this often leads to a physical or social friction, to division, to violence. Symbolically, we can see this threefold archetype as part of the Golden Rosy Cross's symbol, the equilateral triangle. This represents the ideal balance between these three elements, thinking, feeling, and action. And when they are balanced, they allow a person to truly act rather than react. However, we are often lopsided. So let us now look at the root, the many faces of war, the root of conflict. War is not an external phenomenon, but an internal one, projected externally. So many faces of war could be exclusion, destruction, competition, different power structures, and conflict. When one aspect of the thinking, feeling, and acting dominates the others, it creates conflict. We have a me versus them mentality, and this builds up tensions within us that, in one instance, cannot be suppressed. This internal conflict is then expressed outwardly. It's not always stated as such, but some of these tensions are silent and built into many aspects of society. They present themselves as economic, labor, or family dynamics, where there is tension, destruction, and exclusion. This creates a doing or an action that is disconnected from the consciousness and driven by fear, lack, and resentment. In this state, the action types create physical confrontations and violence. The feeling types engage in emotional manipulation, and more rational types disagree with the power structures.